Hello, this is an update for the current progress of Focal Length's AI. Tanks are a new addition to our game, and one of the problems we were facing was that civilians weren't properly navigating around them. My solution to this problem was to attach a spherical component to each tank, and whenever a civilian was in range, this spherical component would add them to a list of all civilians in range. And it would then send a message to the civilian telling them to ignore their original destination until they properly navigated around this tank. And how this would actually work is they're given a new destination, and this destination is rotated around the tank, and whenever the civilian has completely ran around this tank following this radius, they will be released from this navigation component and they will continue on their original route. So I will hop in game to show you guys what this looks like. Okay, now that we're in game, we can see our civilian spawning, and let's get a bit of an overhead view to make sure they're properly navigating around this tank. And we see that they are running either clockwise or counterclockwise around this tank. Now the direction they choose to run in is based on whichever route would get them around the tank faster. So if a civilian's destination were, say, to be here, and they would approach the tank from this angle, they would then run counterclockwise since that's the fastest route around this tank. Another system I want to talk about is the military navigation system. And how the military navigation system works is you drag in a military spawn point, a military despawn point, and however many waypoints you want to add to the scene. And what happens is the soldiers start at their spawn point and they run to a waypoint and patrol that area until it's secured. And they proceed to however many waypoints are on their given path until they arrive at their despawn point, in which case the squad will despawn. So, to add a route, what we do is we select our soldier spawn point, and we note it has a property here called navigation routes, so we add a navigation route. And if we find our actor on the scene, we note that it has a child that is a military navigation route. We then select an endpoint for this navigation route, and we can toggle a boolean to see the actual path drawn out for us. It's a debug line. So this won't actually appear in game. And so now we want to route this to waypoints. So we note that our military navigation route has a waypoint property, which we can add 2 waypoints and select our waypoint actors on the scene, and then we will see our new military's navigation route. And if we simulate this, we will see that our soldiers spawn, they proceed to their waypoint, and once the leader has arrived at the waypoint, he informs the troops that they have arrived and they need to secure the perimeter, in which case they'll stay in the securing perimeter state until the leader decides it's time for the soldiers to move out. The last thing I want to touch on is a little bit about how the military AI works. Each squad is given one leader, and it's the leader's goal to inform all the other squad members what they should be doing at any given point of time. For example, this can be what formation they're currently running in, to something such as which enemy is currently going to be the target of the squad, or which enemy is the most hostile. So whenever an action or event is caught by one of the military soldiers, he informs his leader immediately so that the leader can decide what the best solution to solving the given problem may be. And this is true for just about any kind of event that would happen to a military soldier, such as if they're under attack, if they've sighted another hostile, or if they're currently dying. The goal of this design is to ensure that there's one party that's responsible for managing all the other sub-parties at any given point of time. I feel like designing this system in this way makes it easier for soldiers to manage themselves as they move throughout our world. I'd like to thank you for checking out this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you have a wonderful day.